Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. I have with me the amazing Michelle Marie from Astrological Tarot. Hey, Michelle.
Hi, it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Aw,
I always love reading with you.
thank you. And I enjoy reading with you. It's always a pleasure. Things go along so smoothly that time flies.
It
Time
does.
flies. And Lightfoot, thank you for accepting that story. Yeah. Now, now that the notices went out, I can tell people, yes, I made a mistake. And when I set up this live stream, by mistake, I had set it up for 1 p.m. instead of the 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So Sherry from Voices from the Swamp was kind enough to send me a text and say, the notices just went out. Did you mean this? And so she gave me an opportunity to fix it. But
Love
I
Sherry.
blame it on Mercury retrograde. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And it's in Marina's 12th house, so it is a completely legitimate thing. Okay. It's
Yes,
the house of hidden things.
yes, totally. Hi, Loke. Hey, Book, haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? I was going to send you an email. So, are you okay? Are you hiding?
I've seen Book Bewitched in the chat. So
Oh, good. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. Must be just me. I missed it. Yeah. Hello, Connie B. So, what is happening in your little corner of the world on your channel that you want to highlight and promote?
Well, the month of April, if you have any planets in Aquarius, guys, is going to be really intense. And so, backing up all of those devices, looking at where the eclipses are taking place in your chart, and a number of other things are going to be very important for you this month. And I am literally just in planning mode, in revision mode, and working behind the scenes mode. And that is what I'm doing because I was talking to Marina about this before the show. My moon and I don't know if you want to share this. Other people's moons
Sure.
that are in Aquarius, okay, are the same as the United States moon. So it's a Chemadruma moon. It's isolated and it's being like pummeled by Saturn right now. And I'm in Saturn Ketu, so I'm paying back a lot of past life karma. And so I'm waiting until end of August this year to reopen a lot of things just for that, because I see a lot of malefic energy on my chart right now, and I'm doing remedies up to the gills.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Yeah. I get it.
yeah.
I can't join the chat today. I'm doing mantras. Like
Yeah.
no, the
But
whole day.
like I said, I've written a book, I've got a deck, I am just in creative mode behind the scenes doing my stuff, and I'm not putting anything out there because anything I put out there right now gets stolen. So it's like I'm in a place where I'm just keeping the business going and doing my show, and things will get
Yes.
better with time. But when you're going through what's called full sati sati, guys, and you're in Saturn Ketu and your Ketu's in Gandanta and your Saturn strong, it's a lot. So it's like a big like karmic release. So it's good, but at the same time, you can't expect to get a
Yes.
lot of projects and things done during that time. And so I'm just planning, revising, and reviewing. And that's great for the Mercury retrograde for everyone in the audience too.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Perfect. See, you come on the channel, you learn things. You
Yeah.
learn things. Yeah. So don't. Hello, Heather from Soul Alchemy. Nice to see you here. And Jenny Berlin. Hey, Jenny. Love blues or love bug blues. Hello.
Aw.
Don't forget, you guys, to like, share, and subscribe. And the link to Michelle's YouTube channel is down in the description below. So make sure that you go over and give her a like, share, and subscribe. Because subscribing is free. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you hit the bell and the notifications, you'll be notified. Before we do a live, before we do anything, you'll be notified. So you can join us. So there. Yeah. Joyful Journey. Hello, Joyful Journey. Nice to see you here. And Kay Muldoon says, I forgot to do all caps. Don't worry. You totally forgot. Welcome to my world, Kay. I think I got your yes, I got your question, Kay, so it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, and Kay said, in Western astrology, I have my moon in Aquarius. So Kay, you would have been hit like last year before. So we're getting hit now. So this would be in your second house from your moon. So you're dealing with issues around money and saving money, food, and speech. So yeah. And Marina and I are just getting pummeled. Just you're much better in Venus, so that's good. And so
yeah, I honestly, I think through trying to do things my way and digging my heels in over the years, I've learned to go with the flow. I try not to control anything. Wherever it goes, I'm quite happy to go along with it because I know it'll pass, right?
You've taken on the true Aquarian energy, which is the star, the water bearer. And so it's just all about letting go in spirit. Yes. And that's what the water represents. And you got that 1 foot on earth and that 1 foot in the water, and you're keeping things balanced. So that's awesome.
There you go. There you go. Wonderful. Dorian, thank you for being here. Karen Doyle. Hello, Karen. So we will take your questions if you guys wanted to put them in all caps. Okay, that way it will get my attention, and hopefully I won't miss any, but no promises. And just so you know, the way that it works is one of the benefits of being a member on the channel is your questions get answered first. And then all the others come after that, and take them at random. There isn't a specific order. They just kind of go all over the place. And if you feel so inclined, and whether you're on my channel or no, actually, are you streaming this to your folks?
No, I'm not. I got the 2 of Pentacles reversed, and so I figured I'm gonna give it to Marina. So yeah, I always check my cards before connect. I'm doing that all the time because of the stuff in my chart. I'm like, I don't want to make any mistakes. So yeah. And I've been getting a lot of trolls too, so I'm trying to avoid that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of negative energy in my chart right now. I don't want to bring those in. So
okay, yeah. Excellent. And hello, Thomas. Nice to see you here. And Ness is here. Hi, Ness. So yeah, and if you're so inclined and you want to do, leave a super chat, I'm not going to say no. Put it that way.
Yeah, just to let everybody know, I mean, we're triple digits when it comes to the cost of putting on this stuff. You have like a pro StreamYard account, and then we've got advertising and classes and our cards and our decks, and then we've got time. So this is a professional career for us, and it takes money to do this. We wouldn't be here if we weren't paying out of pocket to do it. So we really appreciate the donations to Marina's channel, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're quite right. Quite right. Okay, so just to give you guys a heads up what's happening on my channel this week. Tomorrow we've got Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, and it's at the new time, 6:30 p.m. And then on Thursday, it's Val and I doing Messages for Lightworkers. We'll be on Val's channel at 4 p.m. And then at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, these are all Mountain Standard Time, we've got the Golden Girls Coffee Clutch, and I will be the hostess. On Friday, we've got 5 p.m. I'll be on Polytarology with Colleen and the gang. And then on Saturday, the big one on Saturday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Join me because I'm celebrating reaching just over 2,500 subscribers. So I've invited a whole bunch of people that, are going to be popping in for, a few minutes here and there. I'll be doing 5 30-minute free personal reading giveaways, as well as maybe some membership giveaways. It'll be fun. All the cool kids are going to be there. So, you might as well come join us. So that's what's happening with me. And also earlier launched the website, which is marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. So go over, check it out. Yeah. If you find any glitches, you can let me know. I will try to get to them as soon as I can, although April could be a challenge.
Yes.
Full
Give her a break,
disclosure.
guys. Things will be better in May for Marina. Give her a break this month, okay? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All of your
So,
Aquarian friends, just give them a hug. Well, only if they want one. Okay.
exactly. Exactly. All righty. So if you're ready, let's get to some questions. And we've got Kay Muldoon, who is a member, and she would like to know if the circumstances in my job will calm down. Things seemed a little unstable right now. Okay.
Okay, what house is your 10th house? Like what sign rules your 10th house? If you can let us know, and I can let you know what's going on there. It would not shock me if it was an Aquarius, Kay.
Yes. That,
It
yeah.
could also be in Pisces. It could also be in Capricorn or Aries, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm actually very, very curious. And I can give you a pretty good astro on what's going on.
Excellent. And you know, it's funny. I was working on the computer this afternoon, and sort of shouting voices just kind of caught my attention because I've got my window open. And as I kind of tuned in, there was more than one group of people who seemed to be, and not in the same spot, but like coming from different directions.
Okay.
That all seemed to be upset. And I thought, oh, retrograde. Okay, this is miscommunication. People are getting angry with each other, not because they really should be angry, but they're not communicating properly. So
have you noticed your guides are all talking over each other too? Like,
I haven't quite noticed that, but I have noticed that all the last couple of days, my dreams are like way out there.
okay, yeah, that would be Rahu and Pisces. That's what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that would be your house of tribe. So you're probably connecting to other psychics in the dream realm. So
yes. All righty. So Kay says, in Western astrology, my ascendant is Gemini. So I think that means my 10th house is in Aries.
okay, so if your ascendant's in Gemini Western, you're the same as me, which would mean your 10th house is in Aquarius. So there you go, kids. I got fired. And Saturn went direct on my moon. I looked at Jonathan and I said, I will quit astrology if I'm not fired. I got fired 3 days later. And it was and my boss loves me. So it was like a complete fluke. He loves me. I did everything for him, but he hired some family member that's done nothing. So it's like, I make nothing in 4 months. Like nothing's been done in his business. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be like a fault thing or anything else.
Yeah.
It's just some weird karma working itself out or the planet's redirecting you. So I did just to let you know, Kay, I did a forensic financial analysis on that particular client. And since we took them on over 6 years ago, we were losing money. So it was actually a good thing because inflation. It's happened, especially in the last 6 years. And so this was a client where I looked and I went, this client usually costs us around $1,500 to manage. And now it's like 3 times that. So we're losing. So that was actually a good thing to happen. Saturn just had me take a closer look at our books. So it could be a good thing. And what I find is, especially with Saturn ruling your 10th house, he is going to bring you so much discipline and support during that time as well. Okay. So like, for instance, he's introduced me to all of these different AI programs and things like that. And what used to take me a full workday now takes me 25 minutes. I timed myself because I'm an English major and master's in teaching education, stuff like that. And so I'm constantly writing. Yeah. I'm constantly like word. Now that we have AI, it's like I can get everything done within less than half an hour that took me a whole day to do. And so And of course, I have the background where I can edit it and make sure that it's not crazy, but it's intense, you guys. Like, it's pretty amazing. Of course, I'm an Aquarian, so it's like a fish in water for me, tech.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
but I'll let you go. But I did get really interesting cards for Kay. Like these are so. And of course, the first one I got was the 10th house of career, and then the 5th house of children and creativity. So there might be some issues with the kids and creativity involved in this too. So
Perfect. Perfect. No, if you got more, go ahead.
oh, okay. So
Okay,
the 10th house is all about our responsibility, Kay. It's how we shine in the world. It's our career. It represents, you outside of the home. And then I got the 5th house. This is art, creativity, how you express yourself with that right brain cortex. It's, whether it's writing, creating, things like that. It also represents children. Another thing that I want to mention is this is the 5th house of gambling and stock market and things like that. So you might be being hit in that area as well. That's why there's some dice in the middle of the little babies dancing around the card. These are karma cards. So the first card I got for UK. Let me turn off my transits here. They're like getting in the way. Sorry. Yes, I read them. I don't just. So the first card I got with you is the 8 of Wings reversed. And so they're saying that being indecisive will work against you in this case. If you're feeling hopelessly just about the situation or just overly restricted by your career, you're going to encounter a crisis of indecision. Okay. This is either in yourself or people outside of you. So they're saying that this might have not been, they're getting you may have not been able to get yourself out of an unpleasant situation is what they're saying. Because of their demands or their disapproval. And they're saying that the work environment was a little more toxic than that. And it made you feel insecure and maybe made not the best decisions because of the people that were in and around your environment. Okay. I know that's a lot to take in, but that's the energy they gave me. The second one I got was the 2 of Roses. You're at a crossroads. This is a yes and a no card. Okay. Same as the 2 of Wands. You're in the crossroads, but darling, you are in a position of power. It took me a long time to realize that. I've been basically fired for 4 months. Thank God I'm a saver. But I know that I can, like everything that I've learned in these 4 months is going to make me an exceptional SEO specialist, tech person, cybersecurity professional, all of those things on top of all the other stuff I'm doing. I'm learning a lot. So take this time out for training. Okay. They're saying take time out before you act. That's the most important thing here. Planning is more important than acting right now. That's what I mentioned before the show. I have my Wednesday show every week. I'm sticking to it, but I am contemplating where I am and where I've been. And I encourage you to do the same. Contemplate where you want to go and with whom, where you've been, where you are. You're kind of at a place where you're going to have to prepare for some intimate conversations about, commitment when it comes to your career and what you're looking for. Don't be worried about unintended consequences or anything like that, because things really are working in your favor. Okay. Again, I told you were in a position of power. One of your guides stepped forward and said that. Then I got the 2 of Wings, another 2 decisions. Postponement or a break will help on your quest for your career. Okay. I mentioned that I started getting into AI to help save me a lot of time. A new and different way to meet people and different career objectives will be very successful to you. And they're saying that rest and relaxation are very important right now for you as well. And that balancing work with play is what your guides are trying to show you. So a vacation might help if you can afford one, even if it's just a little short jaunt. Because that way they're saying that that's when your alternative ideas and viewpoints are discussed. That's why I got that 5th house energy. It's going to ignite your creativity a little bit. What else, guys? They're saying give yourself permission to dream and to look within. And yoga or meditation can be very helpful to harmonize your feelings about all of the things that are going on. Okay. Because once you do that, I got the star.
Nice.
I love this is the car of Aquarius. I was talking about this with Marina earlier. The star is the Aquarian card. Okay. This is a beautiful card. It's right after the Tower. So when we get fired, we can feel that Tower moment. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to survive? Oh my gosh, it's like this person didn't appreciate me and everything I did for them. Let it go. You're actually in a position of power because if you truly are, if your 10th house is an Aquarius, that tells me you're really responsible. Okay. And you're likely to be replaced by someone who isn't as responsible. Don't worry, that will be noticed, but it's
Yes.
not your problem. It's their karma. Okay. So once you do all of those things, the storm clouds will part. This magical star will appear in the sky. And the answer is yes, yes, yes. Okay. There's a strong woman like blasting her trumpet in this card, and it shines so brightly and powerfully that the sun and the moon seem earthbound in comparison. Good things are coming your way, Kay, especially in the career department. Saturn is literally just going, this is not for Kay anymore. She's done. You can see through phoniness after this. You can assess character a little better. You can see underlying motives with clear perception. The star is all about joy, wonder, hope, and healing. Good things. This is for your good. It doesn't seem that way now, and I felt the same way. I went through the same thing. That's why I asked if your 10th house was
Yes.
Aquarius. So the star will help you manifest that trusting, nurturing, fulfilling career that's going to bring you lasting joy and happiness. Okay. I hope that was good news for you. I love it when I end with a good one. So.
Absolutely. And she said, yeah, love hearing that, Michelle. I'm actually thinking about retiring as I'm in my 60s, but I want to focus more on my art after that.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Now, I pulled the travel card, so look at that as an option for if you want to extend your retirement. That's what I got. Okay.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, my cards basically mirror what Michelle said. I get the first chakra, Archangel Michael. Okay, and that tells me that, yeah, this is it's all about your wants, your needs, that the necessities, the basics of life that you're sort of concentrating on and you need to concentrate on. I then get, and these are different decks, I then get stuck in the mud. And that's kind of how I'm thinking that you're feeling right now, that you're, yeah, you don't mind being there, but it's like, there are times when you ask yourself, why am I doing this? Like, do I really need to be doing this? Do I really need to be putting up with these personalities, these characters? Why am I doing this? Because, and I do agree with Michelle that yes, you're becoming very aware of the people around you and their motivations, right? I also get the 9 of Cups, which is like the happy merchant, right? You're looking at things that are bringing you pleasure. You're doing things that you like to do, but it also brings in this reminds me of a salesperson. A true salesperson never wants to sell you anything. They're just there giving you an opportunity to buy things that you want to buy. So that's kind of what you're doing, is you're picking up on people's motivations, and you instinctively know what it is that they're looking for so that you can give it to them. I also get the Page of Cups, and this is new projects coming in. So yes, if you're thinking about retiring, you're thinking about focusing on your art, and doing things that bring you pleasure, absolutely, absolutely look after your basic needs. I think you're in a very good position to be able to do that. And just, yeah, the more that you allow yourself to kind of tune into people, the sharper that your abilities are going to become. So yeah, you're going to be able to spot someone who wants to tell you a story a mile away. So, hey, it looks good. It all looks really good. So yeah, I think once you devote your time to your art, you're going to be much, much happier. And I do see you in a sunny location, whether that is on a beach or not. There's water that is a big body of water that is close by. So it could be a large lake. It could be, it could be the ocean. But yeah, I see the windows open and you're just kind of standing there inhaling the air as you're looking at your canvas, and you're giving in to whatever it is that wants to be on that canvas. So very, very good, Kay. Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay. we have, all right, Joyful Journey is also a member. And she would like to know if her, is the interview, did it go well? Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Monet. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Joyful Journey. Yes, the interview did go well. You you came across to them as very approachable, and they're, if they haven't asked you for references, they are about to ask you for references. So make sure that you let your references know what it is that you're applying for, and ask them to highlight your gifts or whatnot in that particular area. But yeah, I think this feels really good. Like they're doing everything that they can on their end. They can see you fitting in as a team member, and if they're, I think that they're going to call you back before they actually give you or make an offer. And I think they're going to take you around the office just so that you can say hi to some of the people. And yeah, you're going in there because they want some of the people that are already there to kind of suss you out a little. But don't worry, I got the victory card, so you're doing good. You're doing good. Okay, that's what I've got.
Oh, wow. All right. So, Jen, I got Uranus. So, expect the unexpected. So, there's someone in the office that's threatened by you.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I got when I picked up this card. The reason I got that is I got the Hierophant reversed. Okay.
all right.
This is a childish person. They act out to social rules, social things. They kind of push up against distinguished adults. Okay. They don't really pay attention to civilized behavior. Okay. So there's some kind of, there's like they see you as too traditional. Don't see that as too much, because this is their own insecurity. The reason I mention this is the potential block, because I do agree with Marina. We got great cards for you in this job, but rules, regulations, and laws can cause problems in your career with this person. Okay, because they are unusual in their behavior, and they create a lot of they make a lot of unethical decisions. Okay, so that's because Marina had a great reading for you, but I pulled these cards and I'm like, okay, this kind of helps me put the story together a little bit, because the second card I got is the same as the Eight of Wands. This is the Eight of Wands reversed. So
Okay.
this person did not see you for who you are. There was a miscommunication that went on during the interview. That's not surprising, because Mercury went through Gandanta and is retrograde. And when Mercury is direct, it can cause miscommunications. So your intentions with this particular person, it's not very traditional, were misunderstood. Another thing that they're saying is really check your emails, lost emails, phone calls. This is my card for, this is my Mercury retrograde card. So make sure that you're following up with a lot of those things that are coming back, or else you may wonder if, like, what's going on? Like, did they want me? Did they not want me? And then they're like, well, we sent you an email 3 days ago. So pay attention to that. And if you're imagining some kind of slight that took place, it could just be the retrograde. Okay. This is what I see going on. I went to my Art of Affirmations. You're going to be going through some transformation. My willpower is stronger than my bad habits. Use this gift when you feel unable to overcome long-held beliefs, habits, or compulsions. Like affirmations, the strength of our habits comes from constant repetition and our belief in their ability to help us cope with life in some way. I pick up this card. I'm like, she's an overworker and a people pleaser. Non-traditional people that are childish in the workplace and look to put their work on other people will see you a mile away. Be aware of that, dear. Okay. They can be dealt with joy using this gift and by accepting and loving yourself more and more, shadow side and all. This is the shadow side of you're kind of attracting these personality types. Okay. So just be aware of that. I do that too. A lot of empaths do. Once you do that, I got the goddess of charisma. Surround yourself with beauty and positive people. This one person should not determine, how things are going to go, but they do not like your traditional, hardworking, skilled approach to things. They don't appreciate it. Okay. If you surround yourself with people that do appreciate it, you can use this gift when the world seems a frightening place or when people refuse to support you in your positive efforts. Remember, your actions to improve yourself are threatening to those who want to control you to resist improving yourselves. Been through it, gone there. You know, you lose a little weight, or you learn a new makeup technique, or you get a degree and
Yeah.
one of your friends comes out of the woodwork and says, I hate you. And you go, well, I guess you weren't a friend. You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like that. They're jealous, honey. So use beautiful art, music, and creativity of all kinds to remind you of how wonderful and enjoyable life is and how wonderful you are, sweetie. When you do that, I got the generosity card. They're going to see you as generous. You can afford to be generous with the gift of your time and attention. And when I pulled this, I'm like, she's a very generous person. She likes to create a very harmonious work environment. Don't we all? But it's not going to be reciprocated by this reverse Hierophant that I see as the block in your chart. Sorry, not your chart, the cards. I've been doing a lot of astrological charts lately. So the delay will be that person. So if they're a little weird, or if there's a little bit of miscommunication going on, or things are off, it's because someone's a little jealous of the skills and how well you shone during that interview, because they went, this person could take my job. Okay. So they
Yeah.
loved you. They loved you a little too much. So just be aware that that is there. Okay. Send you love, honey.
Perfect. Perfect. All righty. Hope that's helpful. Okay. And we've got Ellen R. And Ellen would like a message from Spirit. All righty. Let's see what we got. Ellen R. Yes. Yeah, she says, like others have said, things feel intense. Yes. Yeah.
I got the sun for you, and that's a solar eclipse coming up. So that would explain why you're a little tense. Where is your ascendant, Ellen? You can tell me.
Yes, Ness. Yep, I got you. There's just other members before you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're going through it.
Yeah.
A recent defeat. Okay.
Yeah. Ellen R says, my rising is in Libra, 10 degrees, sun in Gemini, moon in Sag.
So Libra would be a Scorpio ascendant. So that tells me by Saturn right now, your ascendant is. So if you're dealing with that, that's where that's coming from. Yeah, the sun is how you shine in the world. So you might have faced a little defeat when it comes to your ego and what you're trying to get done. But you've got this. So, ooh, I got great cards for you, honey.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. You got to love it when you get these cards. A lot of swords for you, dear. Okay. So the first card I got was the Five of Wings. That's the next one. It's the Sun. So this is how you shine in the world. It's your vitality, your health. It also is how you, it's who you are. It's your ego. All right. I feel like it might have taken a little bit of a hit, because the first card I got was the Five of Wings. This is the same as the Five of Swords. Be careful for what you wish for. Okay. You may soon get what you want, but there's a strong likelihood that it's going to help you feel like defeated in some way. Okay. Sometimes a win is not worth the price you paid for it. And you're going to learn a really valuable lesson from surrender and defeat here. But the process will take its toll. It's a complicated situation with several people and maybe even family members involved. And this time of defeat is the best time to sow the seeds of future successes, because we are going through a major, major overhaul with Saturn and Aquarius, sidereal Aquarius right now. The last time we went through this, the internet came out. Okay. So they're saying communicate your needs. Okay. Don't act like you're a victim, because that's really going to help you moving forward. Because I got some energy as to what you can tap into, and she's freaking beautiful. It's the Princess.
Oops. Okay, folks, if you can see me, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, you froze up a little bit, or did I freeze?
You froze, yeah.
I froze. Okay.
Yes. Um, okay, so you can see that she's got some bird and some butterfly companions, and they're using their wings to spread the message of peace and beauty far and wide. And boy, do we need it, especially right before this eclipse. So basically, you will share many interests. You can talk about, direction, meaningful ideas with others. You can theorize for hours with a person like this, which tells me you're a thinker. Um, they're saying sit down and research. Take this time to research. Okay. They're saying that doing your research is going to lead to improvements in basically all areas of your life. Okay, information will change your life, is what one of them just said. And as you come to appreciate these original ideas that they're giving to you, you're going to be able to put them into action. This is the perfect time for that because, like I said, 30 years ago, internet, now AI. I mean, this is a very Aquarian thing to say, but it's going to change our lives. Okay. Aquarians know that like the moment something hits. I remember telling people you're going to be doing all your banking online, and these are my friends literally balancing their checkbooks with a pen. Okay, so lots of changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could look into writing, communicating, consulting. You can feel a lot of intellectual and stimulation is really going to help you out of this because this tells me that you are very mental. So keep a journal, write stories about your life to get a start on this and really start intellectualizing your situation because I got really good cards for that. Here is an affirmation card you can bring in to this next week for you. And of course, there's a butterfly and a bell, which signifies transformation. I am awakened. The sun's dawning, and I got the sun for you, brings back warmth, light, and color to a darkened world. Because remember, I got that sun, then I said your ego took a hit. So things are going to start to get brighter for you now that you are kind of crawling out of the darkness a little bit, all right? I am filled with the hope that renews my faith in the goodness of all things. I bring out the dark shadows of the past. So what this tells me is you walk through the darkness, you got through it, you're coming out to the other side, and there is sunlight at the end of this forest, okay? But you just have to be a little bit more patient and really focus on your mental over your emotional state of being to get through this because you took a bit of a hit, my dear. This is my bully card. 5 of Wings is the bully. So take care of that beautiful ego and self-esteem and definitely take care of your health as well. Okay, especially with Scorpio being in your, I think you said you were a Libra ascendant, so that would be Virgo. Oh my gosh, Virgo's getting hit by the eclipses. So yes, watch your health for sure. Yeah, all year Virgo's getting hit by the eclipses. So that's gonna, yeah. So definitely do your remedies, stay grounded, do all of those things to make sure that you're good to go. Okay, I hope that was helpful, sweetie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think some in the chat were saying that, yeah, they're you froze for a little bit. So I think maybe the second and third card, if you can do those again, like what you got after if you can remember what you got after the sun.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
and I apologize for freezing. I didn't show any internet over here. Yeah, I apologize for that,
yeah,
guys.
because you control that, right?
Yes.
No, okay. And you're kind of freezing now. Oh.
Okay. Am I there?
Yes, slow moving, but yes.
Okay, so I got the 5 of Wings. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, God. Okay. Mercury retrograde, guys. Be patient with us, please. So basically, I said, be very important for what you want in life. Okay, you may get what you want, but there is a strong likelihood that it's not going to satisfy you or it's going to make you feel defeated in some way because I got the sun and this is the sun being a little defeated. Okay, so they're saying that the win is not worth the price to pay. What else did you got? You can learn valuable lessons from surrender and defeat, but the process will take its toll. It's a complicated situation with several people and other family members involved. Your guide is very clear. Time of defeat is the best. This is the time to sow seeds for future success, communicate your needs, and don't act like you're a victim. The reason I said that was because this is the energy I got in and around you. I got the Princess of Wings. Upright, the Princess of Wings is an angel. And the Greek word for angelos is the messenger. And so you can see that she's got some birds and some butterflies as her companions, and their wings spread the message of hope and peace and beauty far and wide. Okay, that's what you're here to do. That's your soul. So basically what they're saying is take some time to research, take some time to seek knowledge through books and classes, the internet, traveling, um, anything that really gets your mental processes going. And one of you, like, you're basically saying that you can look into professional writing, communications, consultancies, things like that. Look into AI because people will pass you up unless you look into that. Find yourself just engross yourself in intellectual and stimulation right now, and keep a journal, write stories about your life if you're kind of struggling to kind of get into that dynamic, and that'll help you out of this rut I see with the self-esteem piece. So basically I see that this is my bully card and this is you, and you rise above the bully. The 5 of wings is down here. The princess is up here. Okay. You rule over this. So when it comes to you as a spirit, you already have the upper hand. You just have to assert your authority, and you can do so by using your intellect. Okay, Ellen, I hope that was helpful, sweetie. And I'm sorry for the breaking up.
Not to worry, not to worry. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I get for you, Ellen, is that, yeah, you are sort of, the last little bit has felt kind of like a ghost land. Like you've been wanting to move forward, and there's been small little roadblocks in your way, but they're just like, you just get over one, and then there's another one, and then you get over that, and then there's another one. So it feels like there's a lot of a burden, but these are just little insignificant little things in a lot of ways. They're just getting you to focus on your awareness, because you are the wizard of awareness. You're learning how to be very aware of not only your circumstance, but the circumstance of those around you, and how you're dealing with them, what you're doing with them, and so on. I also got the victory card for you as well, and I did shuffle that deck. Yeah, definitely meant for you, because not only did I get the victory card, but I also got the 6 of Wands, which is the victory card. To your this is the as David would say, this is the look at me card. So yeah, you've been doing a lot of work, you've been making a lot of progress, and you don't mind now standing up and saying, yeah, I did that. Yeah, absolutely. I pat myself on the back because I did a great job. Things really, really do start to work out for you in terms of financial abundance and even health. Is that, yeah, there may be little issues, health issues that do come up. It doesn't feel like there's anything major. It just feels like, again, a lot of little things, one right after another. So don't give into the mental or the victim mentality that these things are happening. Just take it and say, yeah, okay, that's fine. Go along with that. If you are not in a relationship, I also got the door to romance. So I think that with your new kind of new awareness, and being able to see yourself as worthy of that victory, and kind of patting yourself on the back, I think this brings a higher vibration into your life. And so if you're single, expect that you might meet someone. And if you are in a relationship, it is, there's going to be a little more romance involved. But on the whole, I think that you're doing what you should be doing, what you need to be doing, and the outcome is good for you. So yeah, there you go. I hope that is helpful, Ellen. All righty. Next. Oh, Joyful. I think we read for Joyful, didn't we?
We did. Yes.
We did. Okay.
And yes, guys, I practice multiple forms of astrology. My main one, because I have basically a almost master's degree in it, is Vedic. It's Jyotish. So because I have a bachelor's, and then I'm in my 5th year. So yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. We've got Sharon, who says, and Sharon is a member. Thank you, Sharon. She says, I've been sick for a couple of weeks. So tired. Do my guides have any suggestions to raise me up? She's September 3rd, 48. No time of birth. Okay.
So that would put you in Leo Sun sidereal, which is getting pummeled by Saturn right now. So he might be messing with your vitality a little bit and or your ego. So we'll see what's going on there. Where's your rising, Sharon? If you could let me know. Otherwise, because it says 348 is not a 1948. Okay, I don't have a date. If you can give me your rising, that would be great. And I could just do the math in my head for the Vedic. Now, I do teach Western and Vedic, but I've moved more into Vedic recently, guys, because it's just fascinating and I can get really in depth. So I can answer both.
Yeah.
But as far as your question, Sharon, I got Gemini. Okay. Gemini is all about communication, and you need to start communicating your needs with other people, because the first thing I picked was she needs to rely on her neighbors, her friends, and the people in her community to help her when I picked this card, because Gemini is all about reaching out to the people around you, not family, but the people that you like. When we come out of our caves in the winter and we get out and we start, hanging out with the neighbors, that would be this card. Okay. The reason I say you might need a little help, honey, is because I shuffled and I got the Hierophant reversed again. So there's someone who's really with a lot of childish insecurity in your environment. They're acting out when it comes to the rules, the social things in place, other tools that distinguish an adult in our world. That often comes when they're basically they're not looking, they're ignoring civilized behavior. They're forgetting about it. They really need to grow up. Okay. Yeah. So there's someone childish in your environment. So I asked, where is it? I got the 3 of Gems. This is my work card. So, and I got it reversed. So if you're in a relationship or a co-working relationship or any type of give and take with another person, know that it takes 2 committed people to make it work. You're around a user. That's not expecting that not respecting the traditions. Okay. Make sure this isn't you too. Okay. I'm not really getting that, but just make sure. Basically they're saying you're complete even when you're alone. Okay. You don't need that other person to complete you. And you might have been carrying a little too much of this on your own. Okay. So be careful about superiors, co-workers, even service workers right now. Avoid triangulation in relationships, because that sets up a weird, like, just drama triangle. You need to know that you're happy and you're secure right now. And if you're not, you need to definitely do something about it. So I went to my creativity oracle after getting these cards, honey, and I got that you are in a time of preparation. Luck comes most often to the person and place where preparation, opportunity, and skill meet. I mentioned this at the beginning of the show. April is a hard month. We have a Saturn-Mars conjunction in Aquarius. We have a really intense solar eclipse, okay, that is affecting the 2nd house from there. It is, and then we have and then Mercury's going through Gandanta and retrogrades. We have a lot of stuff going on. Okay. So this is the time to just prepare. Luck comes most often to the person where, like, preparation, opportunity, skill meet. So practice on those things. Prepare. Then you can start. I got the start card. You must start from where you are, examine your situation, and take a chance. So after you've made all of those preparations, and I'm thinking probably by May 1st, things will start to open up a little bit more, because we'll see some of the energies start to dissipate a little bit. But know that every time a planet passes through this eclipse energy that we're going through, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we had an eclipse on March 25th, and I mentioned that America is very much a part of this eclipse. And we found out that a lot of our diplomats have Havana syndrome because the Russians poisoned them. So that is a macro approach to this. So what they're saying is you need to prepare, because we all have enemies in life. We all have things that we're working against to grow ourselves. There's always a catfish in the water, and then you can make a new start. But they're having you really, really reevaluate this month. Okay. That's how they're going to raise you up. When you do that, I got the Unity card. This is one of the best cards to get. This is the Hierophant upright. I got do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. When I got this, I said, what's going on? And they said she needs to edit the people that she is in and around. Okay. In Vedic sciences, astrology, philosophy, etc., we have something called satsang. And satsang is good company. And the reason it's so important to keep good company is those people have an emotional, mental, spiritual, and physiological effect on you. So make sure that you're surrounded by the hierophants that are upright and not the ones that are upside down and acting out childishly. Otherwise, you're going to take on some of that energy and act out immaturely yourself without even knowing it. Because when we get around each other's energy, they blend. Whether you're an empath or not, you can take on some of that stuff. Okay. So just be aware of that as you go in, and you can start to make a fresh start in this area of your life. Okay. But that's what's causing some of the siphoning, so to speak. I hope that was helpful, sweetie. I'm sending you lots of love.
Yes. And Sharon, yeah, my cards really, yeah, picked up on you not feeling well. Okay. I got rest and rejuvenation. This don't feel like you have to be doing anything. This is a time to rest and to allow your body and your mind to do whatever they need to do in order to get you to the next level or to get you feeling better. And if there is somebody behind you, and I do feel that, yeah, it's a male energy, whether that's a husband or a son, who they're all of a sudden you're not feeling good, and so you can't do a lot of things for them, and they don't like that. Could you just get well and do for me? So no, you can't do that. I also got slow and steady. Take your time, right? You're number one in this. You decide when you're feeling better, when you're feeling up to it. Don't let yourself be kind of almost manipulated into, well, so he wants a sandwich. I mean, by the time that I tell him I'm not feeling good, I could have made two. So no, this is a time that you need for you. This is a balancing act as well, in that, this is not only something that is happening to you, it's happening for you. That, allow this energy to come in so that you can kind of you can let go of some of that demanding, whatever it might be, the demands that are being put on you, where someone is acting childish and not realizing that, what, there are just some things that I can't do for you right now, and you're just going to have to deal with it. Once again, I get the victory card, and this is the third or fourth time that it has come up now. So this is kind of a card for the collective. This, you're going to get through this. What is happening is temporary. Okay. Now is the time for you to, with the Knight of Wands, now is the time for you to stand your ground and just kind of set your boundaries and say, no, I'm not doing that. I do agree that, yes, there are people in your environment with the Five of Cups that you need to review, and you need to see which ones are helping you along the journey and which ones are slowing you down along the journey, which ones are kind of cheering you on, and which ones might be kind of wanting to hold you back a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with letting go of relationships that have maybe served their purpose, but we tend to keep those people around because, well, I've been friends with Maggie, I mean, since we were in 10th grade. Well, that's wonderful, but if there's nothing there anymore, it's okay to let it go. So don't feel like you have to stay in certain relationships for whatever reason. If it doesn't resonate with you anymore, you don't have to be rude. You don't have to tell someone, yeah, you know what, I thought about it and I don't resonate with you anymore, and you're not fitting in my life. No, you just make yourself unavailable. right? And right now, work on yourself. Know that these little dis-eases are being sent to you to get you to slow down and to take a look at all this. Sometimes spirit wants us to look at all this, but we're so busy being, being human and living and doing things that we don't often listen. So this is when these little dis-eases will come in, because it forces us to stop and take a look. So that's what I've got for you, Sharon. I hope it is helpful. Alrighty. We have got Ness. And let me see, do we have any other? After Ness, we've got Ron DeForest. And then we do have, now these are still members that we're reading for. And then if we have time afterwards, we'll certainly get to some of the other questions. Alrighty, Ness would like.
You're welcome, Sharon.
Yes.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, Ness. That's so sweet. So, Ness, I got some great cards for you, honey. You are thinking a lot about your intuition. Day and night, night and day, you are going in and you're doing the work. And your guides are recognizing this. This is Cancer. This is a very intuitive, empathic card to get. So this tells me you've been doing a lot of spiritual work at home, and they're recognizing that. That's great. The reason I say that is because I got the 12th house of your faith, hidden tendencies, spirituality. Moksha is what we call it in Sanskrit. You are working hard in the spiritual to become a bigger, better, and more bright soul in this universe that we're in. And your guides are so incredibly proud of you, okay? So this is what's coming your way. The first card I got was the Eight of Shells. You need to be more aware of the physical, mental, and emotional sacrifices that are required regarding what you've asked about, is what your guide said. It could be worth it, but you need to seek a person that is worthy of your cause and your efforts. Okay. So work on your tendency toward withdrawal and not taking yourself too seriously. And avoid emotional outbursts is what they're saying during April too, because the eclipses are going to cause a lot of that for us. Okay. You're not alone there. It may seem that you might be going through a dark night of the soul when this hits, but you're learning about self-love and self-nurturing. That's why I got the Cancer 12th house. You're stepping into self-love. You're stepping into nurturing yourself, your environment, and setting those big, beautiful boundaries. Because what you're turning into, my dear, is I got the King of Shells. This is a beautiful card. Okay. This is the guy that comes up for my husband. And I had to do a lot of work to attract this. Okay. So yeah, he seems younger than his years. My husband goes in for his appointments and they're like, he's 73. His doctor puts him at my age. Okay, because he's lived a yogic lifestyle. He's had a vegetarian life. He's a yoga teacher. Like he's just constantly looking after his health. Okay, and he doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He's like perfect. So it's like he's keeping me healthier. So you're stepping into being this person, which is amazing. Okay, so if you emulate these qualities, good on you. But you got to work through the Eight of Shells energy first. And he actually sacrificed quite a bit too. So they're saying don't repress your emotions. View your life as a work of art, and your art is a work, because this is a very creative, soul-connected person. It's a time to experience a deep, long-lasting time of contentment once you get through that dark night of the soul, and give advice only to those who are ready to hear it. Okay, and then act on it, because that will drive you crazy. It drives him crazy. It drives me crazy. I'm a more of a Queen of Swords energy with the Aquarian moon. He's very watery. So both of us get upset with this when people come to us and they say all of these things are wrong, we don't know what to do, and we give them very practical, sage, emotional advice, and they do the opposite. It drives us crazy. So don't give people information unless they're ready to hear it. Okay, choose people that are open. You can do this by studying the teachings of a spiritual master or philosopher to help you set some boundaries, and just visualize the life you seek, and you'll realize it. But you are going to go through a dark night of the soul in April. Okay, prepare for that. I went through one in December. They're not fun. Make sure you're prepared for it. Okay, because the next card I got was Death Reversed. You might be afraid of this change that's coming. Okay. This does not indicate that anyone is going to die. There's just been a failure to make major adjustments to bring a new life to your current circumstance. Okay. And there's some stagnation that's come to a head that is going to rise to the surface and bring it to your attention. That's what eclipses do. They reveal secrets. I have a feeling that the secret that's coming out, which directly affects the United States, for example, is going to be, it might cause a Cold War or a World War. Okay. Given this eclipse that's happening for you, it might be a personal dark night of the soul, but know that you are going to come through this and you are going to be a much better person through it. Reach out to an empath that can help you through it if you're feeling a little alone. Okay. But they're saying that resisting this change that's coming for you, it's going to be extremely painful if you resist it. Okay. Let your guides guide you. Let God guide you. The big transformation will be scary. It's going to require a lot of difficult decisions. But if you try to resist these changes and repress your emotions, stress, sexual urges will emerge inappropriately and at the worst possible times. And you might have to go see a counselor for this. Okay, sweetie? So then I went to my creativity oracle after this because I got that Cancer 12th house energy. So you're just brimming with it. The first thing I got was that you're a free associate. Allow the first thing that comes into your mind without self-censorship to bestow a vision upon you. Okay, Ness, I'm going to show you this card. I want you to pick the first image that comes out to you. If you can let us know in the chat, that would be great. For me, it's the lone wolf. You might feel a little alone during this. The second was the giraffes. There is a friend waiting for you. Top right, the mountain. You've got a mountain to climb. Okay, so that's the dark night of the soul. You went for the tippity top of the card, which tells me you are an overachiever. So know that if you pick that, I got it first, you're going to feel a little stuck going up the mountain on your donkey. Things are going to go wrong. Things aren't going to go your way. That's how the journey works. You may be stuck because you're overly attached to a method or piece. What the Saturnian Aquarian energy is telling you to do, because again, the internet came out 30 years ago when this happened. Now we're into AI, is get out of your head and start thinking more futuristically, okay? And take more pauses. Accept that you must wait and prepare for developments to reach the next stage. They showed me, and you're just like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's do. Okay, I got this. And you're like constantly on top of it, constantly going, constantly. They're like, stop, pause, take a breath. You're going through transformation. Don't miss the details. And know that because you're a free associate, there are going to be hurdles that you're going to climb. And you chose the most difficult image in this card, which is the mountain. Okay. So you're reaching for the stars, so to speak. And you picked a very difficult birth. But know that you did it for transformation. It will lead to a dark night of the soul. And it's because this is the person you most admire or are trying to become in this life. Hope that makes sense. I'm sending you tons of love, Ness.
Yeah. Absolutely. This is what is going to be happening for you is again balancing act. This is the ability to be able to kind of keep things on an even keel, not go kind of don't go too high, don't go too low, right? That don't live in the extremes, because yes, things are going to get a little difficult. Ultimately, what you're trying to do is you're trying to look at that sacred pool, which is all about emotion, right? You're trying to look at your emotions, to kind of be in your emotions and know that you are very much in, you can determine what your emotional future is going to be like. You can be the gentle gardener, right? Where you can kind of tend to your flock with loving care, or you can go in there and just start pulling out the roots, right, of things. You find that balancing act, because I also get the 5 of Wands. This is, the self-reflection, the argument, the going in and kind of seeing things for the way that they are, not necessarily the way that you imagined them to be, and be willing to kind of look at things and say, okay, in this case, I put too much attachment to this one thing and not enough to something else. This is what you're going through is like the Page of Wands. You are learning how to look at yourself critically and how to look at yourself honestly, right? So that you don't shy away from the things about yourself that might be a little bit of a challenge. Yes, it's not pleasant to go through that, to have that dark night of the soul, where it feels like everything is falling apart. What you're doing, though, is ultimately you're achieving strength by going through all this muck and everything else that might be coming up. You are going to come out a bigger, better version of yourself. You're going to have strength. You're going to have that self-reliance, and just be more firmly rooted in your own power. And you're going to find that, yeah, you're going to have this. This is going to be a lifelong commitment that you'll be making to your betterment, where you're going to be putting yourself first, and you're going to be judging yourself based on your perceptions and your beliefs, not somebody else's beliefs and perceptions about you that they have told you, and you've just kind of adopted them as being yours, when really and truly they're not. So hopefully that helps. Wonderful. Thank you, Ness. Okay, we have got Ron DeForest says, yeah, he's going to be taking Val's class on how to talk to your guides. Do my guides recommend anything that'll help me connect with them? Well,
I was wondering who this was for. Okay. All right, Ron. Sending you lots of love. Thank you for the beautiful logo photos. Marina was able to get those to me. That was very sweet of you to send them. Just to let you know, this is going to be an extremely transformational thing for you. Okay. This is the scorpion, the snake, and the eagle. You are going to be changed on a soul level after this. Now, I've had an Akashic readings record from Val. She is excellent. She helped me through a lot of my blocks. Okay. So when you walk into the class, you need to come in with the mindset of being transformed and not to allow that to get in the way of your growth. Okay. Because transformation can be very difficult. It can be painful. You might hear things or see things that you don't want to see or hear. All right, honey. So I want you to take a deep breath, because this is the card I got. She's going to help you with your judgment because it's off. Okay. We've all been in this position before. You're not alone. So you're going to prepare for a time of reckoning when accounts are settled and karma is balanced, especially past karma. Because when you tap into the records, you're going to find out a little bit about yourself too. Okay. So you may feel a little judged. You may be found a little wanting after this. Even if you're not necessarily judged by anyone in the class, your inner critic may get the best of you. It can cause you to judge yourself or others too harshly. Okay, sweetie? So expect these shifting emotions in yourself and others, especially if there's a reversal to awaken to what is real. And they're saying that in existing relationships you had, there wasn't a lot of love or kindness or resources to get you through dark times. And when you work on this piece of yourself, you're going to attract better people. Okay, Ron? So they're saying that past relationships have really complicated your picture of life, and they've really messed up your judgment. Okay. This is going to be a lot of self-improvement for you, but you might have to be a little blunt with yourself to create awareness and progress as you go, and be very gentle at the same time. Okay. Don't play the blame game is the main thing that they're saying. You want to face the facts and confront the past and its demons and its shadows in yourself. And that's great. But you may hang on to more frustrating, unhappy situations, and you may struggle to forgive yourself as you realize some of these things. So don't give up. Forgive, starting with yourself, and you will be forgiven. Okay. None of us are perfect. If we were, we'd be up with Buddha on a lotus in perfect meditation. We'd be with Jesus or Krishna or fill in the source that you identify with. We would not be here doing the homework. So we're here to work on those shadow sides of ourselves. All right. So that's the main thing that I see you getting out of this course with Val, which I think is a really beautiful thing. But please be gentle with yourself. Okay, honey? I
Yeah.
got the 5 of Roses. Being tactful and considerate rather than confrontational during the class is the best way to have better communication and deeper intimacy in all relationships in your life, whether
Yes.
they be sibling or marriage or friendship or anything. Okay. So you have to face the fact that you are in competition when it comes to this area. You have to overcome this idea of the dynamic that you're in and really focus on teamwork. Okay, so refuse to be a victim by voicing your opinions clearly and not presenting any harsh judgments on yourself or on others as you go through this process, because they're showing me you're going to be picking out a lot of deep stuff. Okay. There may be some control issues involved. Don't let any quarrels turn into tense or competitions or anything inside of you. Try to stay patient and centered, even if you suspect the betrayal that isn't there, because a lot of stuff emotionally is going to be coming out of this. It's just going to be surging out of you. Oi, here's the result. Okay, Ron, this is a very good result. I got the World. This is a great card to get. It's a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. You can finally start to make friends with your shadow self, work through some of those things, and come better on the other side. Okay. So you're going to be able to shine. You're going to show the world your beautiful self. Okay. This is a really good card to get. This is the one warning I have for you. You need to be assertive with what you've learned from Val's class. I got the 7 of Spring. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Stand up for yourself. After this class, you're going to become another person. Don't go back on some of the past things that you're dealing with. And of course, the other card I got for you fell, so I definitely have to read that. This is the main message you're getting from the class. So, okay, don't want to miss that. All right, here is the card. I am energy. You see the stars, the moon, the planets, everything. You're going to be tapping into other planes of existence. That's you in the center there. Okay, Ron? You're going to be going to other planes of existence, different modalities of understanding. And we are all made of the same energy, an ancient spiritual truth rediscovered by modern science. I breathe in the pure energy that powers the stars. I am filled with the primal power that brings everything into being. I breathe out obstacles to my energy's flow. The one great thing about learning and teaching with Val is that she will clear things for you throughout the reading. Like she'll get her guides and your guides to work together and clear things. When that clearing happens, and hopefully it'll happen soon on my camera, things will get a little better for you. Okay. But know that this will be an extremely transformational experience for you, and you need to be really gentle with yourself as you do this and not be too judgmental. Okay. See yourself the way that you would see a child that you're caring for. Okay. And nurture that part of yourself and make friends with it, and then start to make changes. And I think that will be the most beneficial for you. I hope that was helpful. I'm sending you lots of love, Ron.
Yeah. I do agree. I start off with the Ace of Wands. This is new things, new projects, new ideas, new opportunities, just a lot of new coming in for you. Okay. This is something that is going to be, it is ultimately going to be very joyful for you, in that you are going to learn an awful lot about yourself. It also means that, yes, you are going to have to face some past demons and come to terms with some things that, that this class is going to provide you with the ability to get some answers. You need to be open to the answers that come in so that you can learn from them. Don't approach it as, I have an idea in mind and this is going to confirm what I have thought all along. That's not the way to do it. You want to be able to go in there and just be very, very open, accepting of anything that comes in, even if it brings in, again, the Five of Wands, if it brings in that internal struggle, because we don't learn if we continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, and we get the same outcome over and over again. You kind of at some point, not only is that a definition of insanity, but at some point you got to say, aren't you tired? Like, you've been doing it this way for so long. Don't you get tired? Don't you just want to kind of let it go and say, okay, all right, I'm done with that. I'm done with carrying my luggage and everybody else's luggage. It's, time to work on me. I think that this is, with the Hierophant, I think that this is going to allow you an opportunity to get a little deeper into what it is that is important to you, what it is that you want to concentrate on. And you need to be able to vocalize that and to express that to someone without it being judgmental, or without it being coming from a place of victimhood. This is, you're going to discover what your truth is, and you're going to be able to share that truth. I get stuck in the mud for you as well. And that is, like I said, you've kind of been doing the same thing over and over and over again. And just waiting for something to change, when you're not really seeing the changes that are available. I also get the Mountain, and that is, you can, whoops, the light. There you go. You're all right now.
I was just resetting.
Oh, okay.
The blur wouldn't go away. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, you'll notice that moon is shining on the back of the Mountain's head, and the mouth is wide open. That means all that emotion, I'm going to take it in, I'm going to deal with it, and then I'm going to express it. I'm going to let it out. I'm not just going to hold it in and think that somehow if I hold it in, it's magically going to transform. It's not. You have to say it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have to be able to vocalize it. So there you go. That's what I've got for you, Ron, and hopefully it's helpful. Okay, now we are at 1 hour and 17, and we do have a couple. Okay, a couple more. Lightfoot, are you here? Can you let us know?
I love that puppy. It's so cute. It's so little. Yeah, it's so adorable.
Yeah. And are you okay for a little while longer, Michelle?
Oh yeah, I got the whole afternoon for you. They were good.
There you go. Perfect. So yeah, Lightfoot, if you can let us know if you're here, we can get to your reading.
You're welcome, Ron.
Good. Thanks, Ron. Lightfoot is here. All righty. Okay. Yay. Lightfoot would like to know if you have a message from my guides for this week. All right.
Career. What you focused on your career, how you shine in the world. Get outside of your house. Show the world who you are. Show them your skills. That's the main thing that I got. Because your career is about to take off. What kind of career? I got enlightenment. This is from the Whispers of Ganesh. This is a really good card to get. You're connecting to your true source and you're manifesting your desires. So if you look at this card, there's the color purple. I don't want to put it too close to the camera because my camera might go. It's associated with, I know it's a Mercury retrograde. We can't take any gambles with this, guys.
Yeah,
so this is all about
trust her. That's what it is.
There you go. So this is art, it's creativity, it's spirituality. It's considered a color of honor. It's courage. It's associated with royalty. Okay, so spirit is sharing this purple hue to assist you with your spiritual journey inside of yourself, and it's going to start with some kind of a career. Okay, so by connecting to this energy, you're going to be redirected back to your true enlightened nature. So the crown chakra is called the Sahasrara. Okay, it's a violet or purple chakra, and it's connected to your well-being, your mind, your spirit in this life, and it's what Marina and I use to connect to our guides. Okay, so any energy blocks in this area can keep you from connecting to true source. So set a very clear goal of how you would like to connect to your higher self. Okay, you may simply choose to just meditate, but everyone has a psychic ability. Okay, and a connection to the divine, because we all have that in us and as earthlings. So open yourself up consciously to the opportunities that will help you reach your goal. And they're saying to really enjoy life on earth. The more you release any limiting programs or conditioning that you had, you will be able to more quickly manifest your desires. Okay, so you can create your life as you intended it, choose to live life more fully, where all things are possible. All right, so that's the main energy I see there. That's great. So I don't know if you're thinking about starting a spiritual practice or getting into that or incorporating spirituality into your workplace. That's great. When you start doing this, I got that you might be a little overwhelmed. Okay. Now, I love this card because she has the astrological symbols behind her. She's got the transformational butterfly. She's looking at there's a lot of spiritual symbolism here. And when we first go on to this journey of enlightenment, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, there are so many forms of astrology. I mean, I've studied Aztec, I've studied Chinese, I've studied Vedic, I've studied Western, I've studied Egyptian. There are so many, and that's just astrology. That's just one, and there's more. So if you start getting into this, don't allow it to make you feel overwhelmed. The hard work that you love can leave you feel burdened, drained, and burnt out, among other problems. And this tells me that you might have the type of spirit that overworks. Okay. So what they want you to do is trust in yourself, trust in the process. And I love the peacock here. They're very dear to Saraswati, Krishna, a lot of beautiful Vedic deities. Trust that you were born a creative being and never stopped being one. This is something that you can lean on when you're feeling that overwhelmed, those feelings of being overwhelmed, so to speak. Okay. Because when we're seeing all of this information come at us at once, is a bit of a fire hose, and it's hard to disseminate it. Don't try to do that. Just kind of summarize it and find out what kind of sticks and hits you and feels right. Okay. I was actually against tarot and oracle cards before my husband got me into them, because I didn't think I had that gift until over 10 years ago. I started taking classes, and I guess it just came out of me. Okay. Because for me, it's always been astrology. So you never know what other modality is going to come out of you, and what your guides are having you come into. And don't be afraid of mixing them up and having fun with them. Marina and I do it all the time. Okay. Once you do that, I got that your plans are going to work out perfectly. I got the sun. This is how you shine in the world. You're a spiritual being. You're here to enlighten others. This tells me that you have a more sattvic soul than most, which means pure. So plans work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitudes for blessings in life. And the baby's all grown up here, riding a unicorn. Okay. So this is an adult sun.
Yeah.
This is the one thing I think you need to really focus on, Lightfoot, moving forward, is I got the 8 of Winter. Okay. This is you, not this. Okay. The 8 of Winter is she's out on an iceberg here and she's stuck. She doesn't feel like she has any place to go and she can't get off. Look, the shore's right there. All she has to do is jump. Okay. So you have what it takes. Believe in yourself, thinking you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence will keep you from getting what you want. Jump from that ice flow to the next one and know that you are, in fact, the sun. Okay. So that's the main energy I got for you. I did pull an affirmations card for you, and I got optimism, which how solar is that? Okay. I see the good in everything I see. Is the bottle half full or half empty? Of course, it is both. And we can either see a lack or rejoice in whatever fullness we are blessed with. A positive attitude is crucial if we live well and heal. So this tells me you have a little bit of healing to do. There might be some overwhelming emotions that come up as you do this, but this is all to increase your vitality, because whenever I pull the sun, it is to improve you in some way or another. Because what the sun does is it shines light in the darkness and it dissipates all of those things. The reason why we find, for lack of a better term, cockroaches, rats, vermin, things like that, they exist in the dark. As soon as you shine a flashlight or the sun on them, they disperse. Our mind, our bodies are the same way. If we put a little light on them for the form of exercise and good eating for our body, in the form of good thoughts and meditation for our mind, in the form of spiritual practice for our spirit, the rats and the cockroaches disperse. So shine a little light in that area of your life and you're going to see amazing transformation. And I'm really excited for you in that area. I hope that was helpful, Lightfoot.
Absolutely. Alrighty. And thank you, Celtic Seer. She says, nice tag team, ladies. Thanks. Okay. What I got for you, Lightfoot, is magic prayer. This is you going forward, setting the intention of what it is that you want, and being confident that that is going to be returned to you, coming back to you. And I pulled some tarot cards, and it's funny how they do kind of confirm that. Okay, I get the Page of Swords, and that is practice, study. This is taking on something that is new, that is going to require some of your attention, and it is going to require you to pay attention to some of the finer details of things. So whatever modality out there is something that you think you might want to explore, give it a try. Give it a try. You can always go part way in and then decide that it's not for you. You can always try something else, which is a whole lot better than, I mean, time is going to march on whether you do something or not. So you might as well, invest a little in yourself. When you do that, it does get a little emotional, but at the same time, there's an awful lot of learning that happens underneath the moon, right? This is the moon is kind of like the divine feminine. So it's, oh, Sherry says, oh wow, Taiwan just got hit with a 7.4 earthquake.
It's in between eclipses. That's very common. We can expect more stuff like that.
Wow. All righty. So yeah, this is the with the moon is it does highlight a lot of things, and it also says, listen to your intuition, be guided by what your intuition is telling you and what it wants you to focus on, and just go with it. I get the Queen of Swords. This is Lightfoot. This is going to bring you a lot of truth, a lot of internal power, a lot of internal gratification and whatnot, because I think you're going to be learning something that is going to benefit you emotionally. I also get the Ace of Cups, and that is, it's full of fulfillment. So as you go forward, allow yourself to learn something new. Give it a try, and look for that fulfillment. I think it is going to work for you. Anyway, I might have to have a piece of chocolate, because all of a sudden now I'm starting to be kind of like woo woo up here. Okay, so Lightfoot, I hope that resonates with you, and I think, oh, you're there. Okay. All righty. We have got Jenny Berlin would like to know a message. Message from Spirit. Okay.
Okay, Jenny, I got really clear karma cards reading for you. I got Aquarius, 10th house, and Capricorn. So they really want you focusing on your career right now. So I'm going to go ahead and read across the cards, because I normally don't get 3 in a row like this.
Wow.
The genius to experiment with the dedication to achieve your destiny. The discoveries of focusing on where you're going and resulting from the eccentricity and resulting from the rules imposed by your career. So those are the spiritual elements there. And then your vision, your goals, and your responsibility. What's different about you and your day-to-day reality of success, and use an unconventional way to use the most business-like way and become a person of power and status. That's a lot. That's a lot of 10th house, Aquarian, Capricorn, Saturnian energy. Okay. So I got the most random card for that, and I got connected to dream world, which Saturn does not rule. So when I pull this, it's listen to your heart more than your head in this situation. When I get the dream world, connect with your intuitive dream world with metaphors and symbols. So you might be thinking a little bit too mentally about this process, because that's how Saturn thinks about things. He is encouraging you to do that, and that would be very beneficial for you. But your guides are also coming to you in your dreams. I asked, what message are you trying to give her? I got the 8 of Shells reversed. Okay, this is the same as the 8 of Cups reversed. This is a big no card. You need to be aware of the physical, mental, and emotional sacrifices that are they're involved in this area. This is a precarious time. It's infused with doubt and pessimistic thoughts. Even a dream situation can turn into a nightmare if there's an imbalance involved, and that they're telling me sacrifice is the main word here. True sacrifice requires reciprocation. Okay. Letting go or moving on can be a little scary, but if you're continually giving more than you're getting, you need to find a more worthy cause. Okay. So don't be surprised if some things elude you. And because that's because the other person is refusing to accept, the other energy is refusing to sacrifice in equal measure. Okay. And that's pretty common in today's world. You need to go in a little bit. I got the Hermit for you. Do it your way. Okay. The Hermit is like a solitary, socially challenged, absent-minded professor. That's how my my mentor Monte calls him. He is never in the picture, but he's off to the side observing it. Okay, so whether you are moving toward a society or offering wise guidance for others, it might not be taken well. You probably will get along more with animals than you will with people when I pull this card. So you're more of a loner than more than a joiner, and that's going to benefit you right now. Okay. Act mature, display the true power of a master, just live in the present. Because if you notice, the Hermit always has, I actually have this, I have the Hermit on my wall. Amy sent me a piece of art, and he has this beautiful piece of law piece, and he's looking down on it, and that's all he's looking at. He's not looking forward. He's not looking behind him. He's in the present. So being in the present will help you spot those phonies a mile away, my dear. And that is kind of the energy that I see your way, because you are just giving way, way, way too much. And, we think that we're doing well as people pleasers, but it doesn't end up that way. I'm just letting you know. So go in, spend some time with you, and figure out what's going on there. Once you do that, I got the Ace of Roses. You're going to have an exciting breakthrough, new opportunities. It's going to feel really great. Okay, this is the same as the Ace of Wands. It's going to bring improvements to your life, either new prospects or improvements to your existing scenario. This is a time for initiation. It's a time for originality. Once you go through this Hermit phase, go on your first impulses and impressions after you go in. Don't hold back after you go in, and you'll be rewarded to make new friends. Okay, after you go in, because you've been sacrificing too much of yourself. Your guides want you to go into your dream world and take a look at that, and they'll be able to help you out a little bit more. Okay, Jenny, I hope that was helpful. I'm excited to see what Marina's got for you.
Funny you should say that. I start off with solitude. So, yeah, I know. I kept looking at that card the whole time you were talking, going, oh, man, oh, man.
And the moon is alone too right now, guys. So, yeah.
So, yeah, solitude. It's time to spend a little bit of time with you. And it's time to learn, if nothing else, that when you are alone, you like the company you keep. So, going inside, it's a journey that's very worthwhile. Remember that this is not a race, right? Slow and steady. You learn things along the way. You use your discernment to decide what it is that is going to resonate with you, what doesn't, where you're going to make changes, how you're going to make changes, and kind of take it from there. It almost feels like you're at the point where, you've hit rock bottom. you're things need to change, and you're just not exactly sure where to start with the changes. Start anywhere. Pick, throw a dart into something and just start there. And then as you're making progress, you're, slow and steady. You're going to go through one thing at a time. And you're going to realize that there is much more to you than just what people kind of see superficially. That you want them to get to know you for the you that you are on the inside, not just for, well, the card that I got was, one ring circus. It's like they need to see that there is more to you than just what you can do for them. To take it from being very superficial to getting to know who Jenny really is. And Jenny has an awful lot to offer. So I think that once you spend a little bit of time in that solitude, and don't look at it as a punishment, it's not a punishment. It should be an absolute joy to be able to say, no, I'm spending time with me. I'm learning about me. I want to get to know me a little better. So yeah. Anyway, before I start to ramble, there you go, Jenny. That's what I got for you. I hope that that's helpful. Okay. And we've got, hold on. We've got Celtic Seer. If you're here with us, Celtic Seer, can you let us know? I think you were here just a second ago. Yeah, not too long ago. Yes, she is. Alrighty. Okay. Celtic Seer, a message for April.
Celtic Seer is actually going through a major spiritual transition. This is fantastic. So what there's a Saturn-Mars conjunction happening in sidereal Aquarius. So it'll affect us the 7th, 8th, 9th. It'll really hit a little bit on the 10th, but that's this month. So I got Moon, and I got Aquarius, and I got Mercury. So when I pulled this, I was like, so what's going on in Aquarius in the sky? A lot, a whole lot. It's going to cause transformations in the way that you intellectualize the world and the way you intuit the world. That's basically how we as readers get along. We're able to intellectualize and intuit what is going on. Okay, so they're going to make some innovations in this area of your life because Aquarius is all about the planet of innovation. So I said, I'm always the one to ask for the block because I'm like, where's the block? Where can I like clear this thing, right? This is the block. Now, this could be you or someone in your environment. So don't take it as a, okay. So this is the Prince of Gems, and he's the builder, and he's reversed. He's naked. Okay, that's because he's vulnerable, and he's clinging to material objects that he can protect himself with the harsh world. So he's striving to be responsible and trustworthy and a respected member of society, but he's having trouble working for it. So if you have some energy in and around your environment of people that are more skilled at political gamemanship than actually working, then that would be the block. Okay. So this is someone who says they're taking care of business, but they're not really. So they're saying work on property, work on investments, work on accumulating that nest egg. Because that is what you need to be doing, and not to let this energy control you or your finances, or you're going to lose out. And especially if this is someone who's cheap with money, they're usually cheap with love and other things too. Okay, so just be aware that this is the block that I see. This is a person who's not here to serve and protect, but rather to further their interests. Okay, so that's the block. All right. So then I got, once you kind of remove that block, yay, I got the 10 of Gems. That's good. This is the same as the 10 of Pentacles. So this is about things that have been built from the ground up. They're very secure. This is like if you have 3 little pigs, this is the pigs that brought, these are the pigs that brought the bricks. Okay. So past times, rich family traditions, support, protection, celebrations, new prospects, seeds you planted will bear fruit. It's a good time for important decisions. You're going to create a more solid foundation for yourself, your loved ones, and your family. And you can establish a dynasty under this, but you have to address that block because it's keeping you caged. Okay. Your success is assured if you invest conservatively and don't gamble. That's kind of what that Prince of Earth reversed energy is. All right. These are some of the personality traits that they're saying can kind of help you move forward. And this goes right in with Mercury and the moon around Aquarius. I got the Princess of Summer and I got the Princess of Winter. This is the intellect and this is passion. Okay. So we'll start with the intellect. So she's very inquisitive. She's very trustful. She's realistic. She's undiplomatic. Okay. Information that can help you can be difficult to hear, speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult. So there are things that you're going to work through mentally that are going to be a little difficult here. That's where the intellectual piece is. Okay. Here's where the more intuitive piece is: gentle, sensitive, kind, a little inexperienced, a new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you share concerns with. You're working on the more intuitive side and the more intellectual side. We're constantly doing this as readers and seers, which I see in your name. So they're going to level you up in this department. And it's the it's basically the page of Earth reversed that's causing the block. Okay, so keep that in mind. Maybe like journal a little bit about that. When you take care of that, I got justice. Okay.
Mm.
Take time to review the details carefully. You'll win in the end. You're going to be able to make a more fair and objective decision because you're using both your head and your heart in this matter. Okay. Both are required. Don't censor one for the other because they're both going to require your meditation. Okay. And that tells me that they're in balance, which is really beautiful. Once you're able to do that, you can move forward. But know that this is for everyone in the audience. April is a dramatic month. I've been to multiple astrology forums. I study this myself. I wrote all of the transits for the week and did videos for them. It's drama. Okay. So just be patient, take this time out for planning, see all of the things that crop up as opportunities to learn and better yourself. And if you take that approach, you can sail through this without too much drama. But that's the main advice I have for everyone according to justice, and especially you. Okay, Celtic Seer, and thank you so much for joining us. We hope that was helpful.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, I pulled 3 oracles and 3 tarot, and the 3 tarot are all swords. So I get the 9 of swords, the 10 of swords, and the King of Swords. So this is all about the worry and trying to choose your words carefully. You do want to choose your words carefully. However, you also don't want to swallow your words. So make sure that what you are expressing is honest and is I want to say is based on fact. So it very much feels like, yes, there is a person or people that are challenging, that are, kind of, you say something and they stand up and they go, well, what if I don't? What are you going to do about it? It's like, it feels like they're testing your boundaries, and you are trying to be patient, but you're getting to the point that you're about to lay down some rules. So just know that, the people that you're dealing with, they've got their secrets, right? This is the secrets card. I then get initiation, which is all about rituals, ceremony, right? So this is it is their perception of the way that things should be done. They don't like change. They like things to be very predictable. So when you're coming in and you have a different perspective or a different ideas, rather than look at it and see it as, excuse me. Oh, hold on.
Oh, and Annie, just to let you know, I can't add your question to the list. It's not my channel.
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem.
That just kind of, yeah.
It's the
confirmed.
throat ruled by Mercury.
Yes, absolutely.
Vishuddha chakra.
Yeah. Like I said, choose your words carefully,
Mm-hmm.
but don't swallow your words. Yeah, if this person is expecting things to be done a particular way, and they are not seeing that you're trying to be helpful, you can try a different approach, or you could just let them learn on their own. They'll come around. I also get Aphrodite, which is all about passion, beauty, desire. So this is someone who wants to appear like it's almost like they want you to think that they're a very spiritual person, and that they've got spiritual connections, when they're being very, very superficial. They're just kind of saying what needs to be said. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. So, Joe, no, questions have been closed for some time. We've been at this for an hour and 46 minutes. So I think, and with this throat thing, it's almost like my guides are saying, enough, you're done. So I'm just going to honor that. So Celtic Seer, I hope that was helpful. And there was a couple of questions that we couldn't get to. No, Annie, I'm sorry. Questions are over. We've been at this for 1 hour and 45 minutes. And if you were a subscriber to the channel, you would have gotten a notice to let you know that when we came on. And then you could have come in here and, posted your question earlier. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Michelle, thank you so much for joining me again. And we'll see you in, 2 weeks' time, but I'm going to see you next Wednesday. Right? Yeah, I'll be on your channel, and looking forward to that. And we're going to switch things up, right?
Yes, that'll be at 4 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Central, and 7 o'clock Eastern. So that'll be a lot of fun. I have that every single week, guys. That's what I stick to. I've been doing it for years. And,
There you go.
and then, but I'm really excited. I'm very, very thankful to be here with you, Marina. This was wonderful. And yeah, lots of great comments in the chat. I love sharing energy with you. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Well, take care. Have a great night. We'll see you later. And everybody be good. Bye.
Cheers to California, Sherry.
Yes.
Woohoo!